My name is not written in the scrolls. Most people only remember me as the man on the mat. But I was not always that man. There was a time when I walked the roads of Galilee like anyone else, until one day, everything changed. After that moment, my legs no longer answered me. For years, I lay on that mat while the world moved around me. In those long days, I had a lot of time to think. About my life, about my mistakes, about whether God had forgotten me. Or worse, whether my past had made me unworthy of His mercy. One passage from the prophet stayed with me. Isaiah wrote, "The eyes of the blind shall be opened, the ears of the deaf unstopped. Then the lame shall leap like a deer." If those words were true, then the Messiah would be known by what He did. And everywhere I listened, I heard the same reports. The blind were seeing. The sick were healed. And a teacher from Nazareth
Faith
spoke
of
with
a
authority no
mustard
rabbi
seed
had ever carried. Jesus.
can move
So I
mountains.
told my friends, if the prophet is right, the lame will leap. Then the man healing the sick in Capernaum must be the Messiah. One of them shook his head. "The Messiah will crush Rome," he said. "He will drive their soldiers from our land." That healer is no king. But I told him he misunderstood the prophets. Rome was not our greatest enemy. Sin was. The Messiah did not come to conquer Rome. He came to restore what sin had broken. The others began to believe. Finally, one of them said quietly, "If you truly believe this, then we will carry you to Him." Even the doubter came. Though he still believed the Messiah should wear a crown of iron. So they lifted my mat and carried me through the streets of Capernaum. But when we reached the house, the doorway was blocked. Crowds pressed shoulder to shoulder. There was no way through. My friends hesitated. "We tried," one said.
Let's come back another day.
I had not come this far for another day. So I looked up. "Then do not take me through the door. Take me through the roof." They thought I had gone mad. But by then, some of my faith had become theirs. Hands tore through clay and packed earth. Dust fell into the room below, and they lowered me down before Him. Before the crowd, before the teachers. Before the man I believed was the Son of God. He looked at me, and the first words He spoke were not about my legs. "Son, your sins are forgiven." In that moment, something lifted from me that I had carried for years. The whispers in the room grew louder. Only God can forgive sins. And that was exactly what I had been trying to tell everyone. Then He looked at me again. "Rise, take up your mat, and go home." Strength rushed into my body. My legs obeyed Him, and for the first time in years, I stood. But my mind went back to the words of the prophet. "The lame shall leap like a deer." I had heard that passage my whole life, but that day, I realized something. The prophet was not only speaking about the future, he was speaking about this moment. I did not stand because I was strong. I stood because the promises of God were standing in front of me. And in that moment, knew Jesus of Nazareth was the one the prophet spoke about.